Today I'm going to show you how to create a recurring transaction. To create a recurring transaction, just click on the gear at the upper right and then click on recurring transactions. After that, click on the new button at the upper right. From here, you will be given the option to select the transaction type of your choice. You can create a bill, an invoice, or estimate. But for this example, we're just going to select an invoice, right? And then click OK. Since we have selected an invoice, you will be taken to the invoice form, and all you have to do is just fill out this form with the information needed. So first off, let's key in the template name and then the type of recurring invoice. So there are actually three types of recurring transactions that you can choose from. It can either be scheduled, reminder, and unscheduled. Scheduled means that you are allowing QuickBooks Online to create a recurring transaction for you based on the date and time that you have selected on this form. Reminder means that you are allowing QuickBooks Online to remind you to create this recurring transaction based on the date that you have selected on this form. And lastly, scheduled means that you are just creating a template for this recurring transaction. QuickBooks Online will not do anything at the back end, but this just only means that you can reuse this template for future use. But for this example, we're just going to select a scheduled recurring invoice. You can also enter in if you would want QuickBooks Online to create the recurring invoice for you in a number of days in advance, right? But for this example, we're just going to leave that blank. So select the customer and then the email address of the customer. And you also have the option to allow QuickBooks Online to automatically send this invoice via email by ticking on automatically send emails, or you can just choose to print it later. But for now, we're just going to leave this blank. And from here, you can select the interval, whether you would want QuickBooks Online to create this recurring template on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, and yearly. For this example, we're just going to select daily and just enter in the information that's needed in here and the start date as to when you would want QuickBooks Online to create this recurring transaction for you. So for this example, we're just going to start off with April 1st. And you can also select the end date of this recurring transaction. All right. And after that, just fill out the form or the invoice form with the product, the description, and the amount or whatever information that you needed for this particular invoice. All right. So once you have filled out the form and you have counter check and you're happy about it, just click on Save Template and then click on Yes. So this template will appear on your recurring transactions list, and it's going to show you the type, the transaction type, the interval, and so on and so forth. And that's it.